taking sweet time, but no subtlety to this, and hoody about to see it all. Sees a whole lot, but Yugi's burst works. Takes down Mixwell. And it's going to be time to go pretty soon.
Actually, YaBoiLewis actually going to win out onto hoody as well. So tower will fall and sight heavily in control now with 5 still standing for FOKUS.
Yeah, super nice for FOKUS here. They're going to be loving this one. And retake territory for G2 to try and work their way back in. But you look at these post-plant positions, they are nastiness. Once those smoke fades, it gets no easier on the way back in necessarily either. nukkye trying to get towards sites, made it so far. Yugi connects towards AvovA, and there it is. Response finally found. 2 go down, unanswered just yet, but the double stack watching the cross is really slowing things down for Meddo. And speaking of slowing down the time, Yugi toying with it, but there it is. That's the
to clear out that orb spot.
I'd see it. Lewis looks aware. Ooh, gave it a glance, but turned away.
A lazy check there, to be honest. nukkye will punish him for it.
Oh,
a bit of fumble, fumble with a spike. 20 seconds left as well. This is getting awkward.
Down to the wire. There is still that rifle. Let's see what hoody can do. Not much. Overwhelmed, but good trade out for Mixwell. 14 second. And iluri is going to find him. So Spike can go down. Not going to stay uncontested, though. At least going to get the plant in. A little bit of chip damage on towards Meddo as well on the way out. But this really puts it in towards Cypher on the way back in. Meddo going to catch one. Spots across nukkye. Now aware of it. Got himself the rifle, but okay. There's a little bit of go on this, and nukkye's had enough. He's had... hoody called to attention. And Mixwell, similar scenes. Catching Lewis on the way up. Yugi's gone down to hoody, and hoody's not relenting. He's going to actually double down on this. Catches 2 on the way in, and really FOKUS not having the impact they'd want. That's a shot, though, from YaBoiLewis. Going to catch out Mixwell, punish him as he tried to push back towards tower. And there's that rolling thunder you were discussing. Flash goes in as well, and they explode towards the site. Spike now at least safely making it across. And they get the plant down.
Actually, nukkye goes for 1. Only good for the first. Hoody on for the ace now. Finds his 4th. Will find the ace there. Finds the FOKUS to show a good hand in their opening game. Good opportunity for G2 to kind of return to form, right? They did look solid throughout the previous split. Hoody, nasty low angle there. Finds the kill, dips away immediately. Happy to give up sight. Mixwell doubles down. Actually not punished on the TP either, so a 2-man advantage here for G2 once again. Orbital strike available if needed. Actually, hoody finding the fragment. Yeah, it still gets posted.
Surprised they committed on it, honestly. It looked like they had it in hand anyway, but a fair amount of respect shown. And my feed has frozen, so can't tell you what's happening.
I think, yeah, they got the retake through, so well played there. Surprised
this play is very red. You can see how deep G2 are holding on this. They will have to respect it for now, give up the site, and play for it on the way back in. Spike should be going down uncontested. And we're going to be into what will be probably a 5v5 post plant.
Still got the boombot, still got the paint shells, so lots to work with here through main, and G2 still pretty deep away from this, but the null command could change everything here in terms of the retake. Going to take away all of this utility at FOKUS's disposal.
Yep, you're starting to see it become an issue. Yugi's still good for 1. Will be traded out on his life, though. Meddo there with a quick trade, and the site now gets swarmed by G2.
Strike.
Tap on the spike.
Not invested
They don't
just
pull
yet.
the trigger on it just yet. I quite like that, showing a little bit of discipline on this. But AvovA now taking down YaBoiLewis. There it is coming in, trying to it really play to the time limit, and they've done well to find hoody with that. Now the time is the biggest factor. It looks like FOKUS should be able to make this to 2 right now. As much as there is damage, surely this is not going to happen. It doesn't.
Reconsider it. Yeah, it's going to be a Spectre at the end of it. Again, nukkye able to get into this same position here. AvovA there to counter peak as well. G2 come out with a favorable trade here, considering the orb control they've got, and it takes away some of the punch of a site hit that's imminently going to be coming elsewhere. With it being Yugi falling, nukkye looks to dig a little deeper. There's actually a iluri to punish. Meddo good for preemptively coming back this direction. The triple smoke's down. But these fragments going to slow things down even further, and the flash again on top of that. Does he catch anything? No, the first and the second. Meddo feeling a little flustered early on with how some of these rounds have gone. YaBoiLewis punished once again, where FOKUS looked to spread a little thinner. It's not suiting them at all. That's a fantastic shot, though. Hoody will fall. Yugi doubles down. Rolling Thunders will trade. That's it.
And so do the
Yeah,
players.
Focus still come out on top here. A 3v2. nukkye did reveal his position. So opts to reposition here.
I'm out of here.
No way, right?
See the movement,
No
nukkye?
way, right? Yeah. NT.
It was
NT.
solid attempt. Has a little peek, has to give it away. And AvovA gonna commit the ult to this, tries to force Vong out, but Vong's still good for it. This puts it all into nukkye's corner. This is gonna be tricky to pull off a 1v3. How much more can you do? Gonna isolate the fight on the site potentially. Looks for the follow-up, sees nothing, notes the player towards tower, but time is against Vong. Has to commit those smokes at some point. And there's the tag, only a leg towards hoody, 30 HP remaining. Still alive, but for how long is the question. YaBoiLewis doing well to find nukkye. There's
Okay.
from JUGi. Shut down at least from Mixwell on the cross up though, so you can still you see a little bit of presence is noted. Two of the players of AvovA and Mixwell are here. Not far off now. Mixwell still has the tour de force available.
Key information relayed by hoody, though, in the down state. Once the smoke expires, it's going to present an angle. Iluri has to play line of sight behind default here. JUGi posted up towards stairs. He's holding towards spawn. One punished on the way in. Now it's a 2v2. AvovA.
I like the positional
Yeah,
readjust.
I love it. AvovA's going to be pushing through from main. JUGi punishes, though.
Nice read. And this is something I want to see between these two players. Really high caliber operator players who can do these sort of things. That
The next question is G2 when they actually reveal themselves. Now will be the time. Actually avoiding suppression here, so YaBoiLewis might actually find an opportunity here as some of these
that
setups,
nade.
and that's going to do a ton of damage actually.
Yeah, the pistol's the one to confirm it, but does very well with that. And now three, Meddo, nukkye, and AvovA. A little bit of room to play with. They've always had the opportunity to plant, but
30 seconds left.
you can see the focus is never far away, giving them just that little bit of room. Maybe that full sense of security as here comes the rest of the focus boys. JUGi's gonna find AvovA, leaving just nukkye and Meddo. Meddo's got his fight over by ropes. nukkye's won his though against JUGi. Has a little look for it, and G2 looking deadly. Hold on. Don't give him individual fights. As it is now just down to Meddo on the cross. Gonna spot one but can't catch one. Does get the headshot in the end, but the trade is directly at this point.
Just misses the first there, but actually the fault line is perfect to enable him to find the second. Mixwell will fall. Spike noted as well.
Look at the readjustment from iluri. This could be big. Tucks himself towards the site. I don't know if they're going to clear this diligently. That could be a problem for another time. A little further ahead than they expect, but now hoody tremendously on the case. Not gonna let it go astray. And there's the shutdown. G2 effectively trading back into this game until JUGi unleashes fury. Meddo pissed by it all. He's not happy by any means. Still trying to fight this one out in the 1v1 as AvovA now
Orbital strike.
called upon. And you're right.
And the
Oh,
lineup
even the
as
little
well.
bounce. Beautiful, beautiful work. Vong needs to fight this. Gonna take a lick of damage on the way.
Still lots of time.
There is time indeed, Mike, and he's made the right choice here. Vong!
Does he have it?
Absolute bin juice for G2. Hoody's gonna be the first to fall, and nukkye gotta be careful on the other side here. Doesn't want to give too much up for free. Bucher already gonna get checked on.
Yeah,
Nicely cleared.
yeah.
Big punish, and that should be an upgrade found as well. Ooh, Mixwell. Belter of a shot. There it goes down the orbital strike we were waiting on before. nukkye gonna close the gap. And it may not have been much, but with G2 at the helm of this purchase, there is still danger. nukkye's ult is still popular. iluri gonna close the gap on the back lines. That's a shot. This man is sharp.
Actually, nukkye.
One enemy
Bloody hell. But it's only nukkye.
Ooh, he actually avoids the rolling thunder here. iluri.
Recovered the money as well. Money right back where it should be. Mixwell goes for a little bit of a glimpse. Has the angle on it. You can see them trying to overwhelm. And actually, the aggression pays off. You better watch out because it looks like Focus are happy to try and get that rifle back. And it does get recovered. Can't police it. And they re-aggress. Who will they meet on the other side? You've got YaBoiLewis. This time they're actually playing tucked on the site. We've seen in the last couple of
30
rounds.
seconds left.
Oh, did JUGi get suppressed there? I'm not 100% sure if it caught him. He tried to dip away from it, but regardless, you can see the pace change. G2 going to kick it up again. Now, JUGi gets cleared, but there was still one on the site, so that has yet to be noted. Vong finds nukkye, and where's the rest? There they are. Focus just crumpled towards
Player
G2,
standing.
and they hold on to
Spike
it.
down
Mixwell's
A.
out of there. He wants to keep that operator to hand.
Being a little deeper, they dig their heels.
And I want to see if JUGi finds any room on this as well. gonna pop the ult, and there it is. YuGi gonna catch that. Wouldn't dare go back in. You could already see the gaps being closed by nukkye. Still needs to deal with the side, and YuGi, he's just gone away with it. Now he hasn't. Gonna give away the game. Mixwell's gonna punish iluri. There's madness on the site, but FOKUS is still close enough by. They are not far from this at all, and that's not necessarily a safe plant.
Definitely not now.
Shell is going to do a whole lot of damage.
Actually punishes. YuGi will find the operator shot. Mixwell answers back in kind onto Vong. A 3v3 though. Showstopper available, and it's popped.
Lewis wants one. He gets one as well. Hoodie removed from the equation. And simple math will tell you it's a 3v2 now as Mixwell and AvovA need this.
The molly's popped so early though. It's not going to buy an awful lot of time for G2.
No, you're right. Shoulder peek found. They know where he's at. They're so up for a fight on this one, and there's that operator battle going on. A shot goes astray. YuGi now needs to get one more.
Mixwell, great setup there initially, and actually YuGi has an opportunity with the trap wires, which are placed so much deeper. They're looking to kind of absorb some of these hits from G2.
See if they can. Nukkye's going to close in though. Lewis. Not far from it either. Bucher's got to be worried, but he's actually holding his own. The cage goes up in the perfect time to at least isolate a 1v1, but Hoodie is still a problem. He always will be. Gets him out of danger with two quick frags.
Oh, YuGi
caught in the open. The flash on the exchange, and iluri's got his back. Hoodie's gone down, and they know where Meddo is. 40 seconds, and iluri.
Orbital strike to work with nukkye as well now with his Mixwell one away, but YaBoiLewis going to shut things down very early on, removing nukkye. FOKUS happy to greet G2's aggression, which they've shown a few times towards Halls here. And again,
Different
picking
tempo.
up the space elsewhere.
YuGi feeling nasty. Let's get them back on this one. Orbital strike does near on nothing, but Mixwell does. There's the crunch coming into play. A tiny loophole found, and G2 exploit it. Bucher, Vong, and YaBoiLewis.
Vong has the orbital strike as well, though.
You're not wrong. And there it is, called into effect, but Lewis is lost in the meantime. Hoodie gets melted on the way out, does actually keep his life, which is quite surprising, but Vong knows the damage he caused, but this needs something miraculous from Bucher. And it's not good enough. Outdone by AvovA. Continues to explore. There's two players waiting, though.
Lewis has found Mixwell. He's just drifted out solo.
And YuGi's got the angle here. How deep does he explore on this? He's going to hear the steps. He's going to fall back away from this.
Meddo's tagged up down to 40 HP as well. Massive advantage here found by FOKUS.
This is unreal. Okay, how do they deal with YuGi? He's going to tuck himself into tower because he still needs to hold this line. Press comes out, but that's fine. YuGi going to be able to at least evade the initial.
No follow-up, though. He can reset after the stun.
There's nothing to force him away from this apart from a missed shot. He's still going to explore again, probably knowing YuGi. Yes, he is. Finds Meddo that time. iluri's right there, catching up over, but there's the back line. Hoodie and nukkye still operating on a high level. Speaking of that, nukkye's had enough of that business. YuGi caught mid-air. Oh, popped. Speaking of...
Look at the damage, though.
How is Hoodie even standing? But nukkye, look at this beast coming alive when G2 need him.
Yeah.
Like, Icebox would be fun, sure, but I want OT. I want more of this. Nukkye with that ult is something else, though. Double stack, though. Does he... Oh, he doesn't even get one. I thought it was just... Does he get the trade-off? But Hoodie on the other side... Oh, the timing! Mike, this round's ridiculous.
Hoodie with the blind shot. I think actually, is that the rifle removed? Yeah, it is. It's recovered there. It was Vong that got the upgrade onto the Vandal.
Massive.
A 4v4 now. YuGi has his ultimate potential swing factor in this round. Only Hoodie noted on the spy cam. See what the next step is here for G2.
Shutting them down.
Now, two players noted with that utility alone. Come on, the pinch is perfect.
Pinch. There's nowhere to go for YuGi in that. This is now down to who remains. Bucher and iluri. Good damage on the back. Gonna find at least one. Bring it back to this 2v2. Mixwell is lower as well, 32 HP. Grabs a spike, gets caught. Spike now down. It's on AvovA in a 1v2. This man is clutch though, and 20 seconds to play with. Don't doubt he can do this. This guy has depths. Trying to force the hand.
Got the spike.
And none are willing to feed at the moment. AvovA now looking back towards the spike. Tries to get it down. Who is waiting on the other side for this. Allows the plant. Waits for the last second. He's going to stick around as well.
Noted with the boombot though, has to TP out. Giving Focus a little bit of space to work with. Lewis actually with the double statue up, still eager to challenge, but hoody will stomp that out, slow things down a little bit. The flash is good though, puts Vong online, finds the trade.
The site's somewhat theirs. Now I am looking at the lurk coming out from nukkye.
Spike planted.
Oof. And once again, held back slightly, but for him, it never feels like for long. I've got to look at the play back in on this.
Teleport ready.
Couple of chances for these peaks. nukkye going to start working forward, and now here comes that crunch. Mixwell's going to spot one for free. iluri kind of left out in the open trying to deal with nukkye. Now Vong's going to swing and find him, so a trade out of sorts, but you can see the HP starting to dwindle, and Mixwell's fearing the sight. G2 looking large and in charge, at least on the first go of things here. With a few spots to play, he's got to get there in time, because I don't think they're going to deny this one. No, G2 going to hold. And away we go. Focus off to a belting start. YaBoiLewis, he's not having it.
Oof.
Throws himself into the blender. And the second string of that, well, iluri actually going to get it, but it was supported, of course, by JUGi, but he's taken a lot of damage for that.
Yeah, it's actually traded off with a phantom headshot. Down to 10 HP now. Mixwell looking to swing behind this initial pressure here. iluri and JUGi will be called upon. bucher close by.
They need another round from that man.
They do.
iluri has been good with it. The timing. Ooh, there was that temptation, wasn't there, to maybe make a play for it, but nukkye is aware. He's read how imperative this man could be, and they've isolated him. Picked him apart by the tower. Shot and a half in response, but still a 3v3. It's not out of the realms of reality.
Still an HP advantage for G2 as well. AvovA, gotta be careful not to fall here. But G2 looking to slow things down here. I mean, hoodie's still just stuck in tower with the
nukkye's
spike.
going walkabouts. Is he the one willing to push for this?
30 seconds left.
No smokes left, so they need a kill here, G2 feel. JUGi will challenge hoodie. That will allow safe passage now.
Look at nukkye. This guy got closer, all in the meantime closing the gap in on these two. They knew where they were. And nukkye willing to put his life on the line for it. And there it is. G2 get it. As a contender, right? You can't treat yourself as the underdog, and they're not by any margin. And this flank is coming in, and that's 3 players to it. So to an extent, JUGi does need to play his life
30
quite
seconds
well for this to even have potential to it. So
He's
playing a
done
little
so.
more passive, and he's done exactly that. That's enough. He's now set this up into motion. Now they will be considering a flank, but at what time? Certainly not then. 1 frag so far is all they're going to get, as Mixwell did trade one out. And speaking of trades, more come in. Focus actually coming out the better in a 3v2, but it's AvovA and hoodie left in the post plant. Vong going to find one, tuck towards the side, and the second AvovA found as well. The flank.
It'll be Vong to reinforce this A side hold. They might even try and prevent the spike from being planted.
You can see iluri waiting for this. Information should be coming through now. JUGi actually deciding to back away to the rest of the team, playing it in a more standardized
Good
approach.
opener.
Vong's already connected towards Meddo as well. So they seem aware of what they're up to here. We're going to see if there's any shock darts, anything going to come in towards the spike. There is. But it's already been found. This is lovely from Focus. nukkye going to make himself the turret, but AvovA finally called in. After having to watch that flank for so long, but you can see it. Vong already holding that angle. AvovA's going to get past the first. Now get himself a 1v2. Gets himself a 1v1. Can't quite win it.
You're getting all of these audio cues.
Out of charges.
Would deny initially any space towards default
30
with that
seconds
poison orb
left.
and the snake bite inside it, allowing this rotation to come through. So already done his job here, preventing the spike. But once this wall goes up, it needs to be dealt with very quickly. And it is.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Giving themselves a chance, but not much when nukkye's hitting that. Mixwell follows up, expecting swing from the Viper. Lewis gets wiped out on the back of sight, and G2 striding. Right. They've dealt with the A site. Now we have to see what they can do with this. Vong not having a particularly easy time on this. We'll have to respect this lockdown eventually. Still not particularly safe.
Welcome to
And won't be safe.
Yeah,
Most of the players
too detained,
going to be
actually.
detained.
30
Yeah.
seconds left.
That's going to slow things down, allowing this full setup with the Viper's Pit. AvovA even gets the bubble up top to play inside. Still has both snake bites as well, so look towards him being a very key late round piece here for G2. Nano Swarm setup as we see as well.
How do they clear through this? nukkye's position still unchecked upon. Yes, they clear Mixwell, but there's nukkye, just going to make a nuisance of himself. Great work from Vong to close in on that, though. But the Viper's still going to be maintaining. As long as AvovA stands, there's not much to try and dissuade this. They finally take down Hoodie, but he's still there, and as is Meddo. And the backline players of G2 will convert this round, and, well, iluri has to back away. He can't change the outcome now, and G2 start
Poison
building
orb.
iluri seems aware of the chance, almost turned away from it. Stands his ground, gonna get one, tries to back away and keep his life. Support's needed, and Yugi's there for it. Rez comes out, but there's still bodies on the other side.
30
G2
seconds left.
not having the clean success they needed through middle at this point. They still have players posted up, sure. But that spike is on its way towards B. Vong's still been standing here. Did he spot that jump peek? Now
Yes,
he's
he
noticed a
did,
player. Slips a little deeper, but they can still facilitate a spike plant. And that's what they need. Mixwell finds your boy Lewis. Where is that spike? It's in the hands of Meddo, but he's got players around him. iluri just wants to deny it if he can. Takes down Mixwell, and there's the follow-up. Spike did get planted, but it doesn't matter.
Rotation. Iluri already drifting into mid.
And keep in mind, they haven't pulled players away. Vong still hit. Oh, Vong was almost fumbled that.
There's 20 seconds though, Lauren.
It's kept in hand.
Look at the
And
spike.
there's still two players top towards B. They haven't got past the first hurdle yet. Bucher, he only has to do so much. And actually, Hoody's found Vong at the same time. 10 seconds now. The spike is available. Yeah, and nukkye cuts off the flank.
Spike planted.
As much as you may think you've done all the hard work against G2, there is still such capability in these players. They've given themselves an opportunity here, and nukkye is just behind the wire. You can see YUGi trying to clear him, but they just miss each other like ships in the night. And who spots who? It's going to be YUGi. Spotting out nukkye first, as Hoodie now left in the 1v2. Your boy Lewis, he's going to note that now, but it is Hoodie. And Hoodie's the one to only get one of the two that remain.
In terms of this sight hit towards A. Oh, your boy Lewis actually just missed what was noted off there, but I think it was at least 3 or 4.
Oh, let's see if Lewis can maybe find a bit more form here. He's had a quiet start, you're right. But he was able to flip that once he hit that other half. Later into the first map, he was substantially better. Good flash, not able to follow it up. Gets punished. And now rotations need to be in. A bit of a shame he wasn't to make much of that, because it looks like G2 now have the keys to the castle and iluri all on his lonesome. And yeah, this is clean work from G2. Back to what works.
Spike planted.
With a switch up with the presence on long this time around from YUGi, weren't able to hold back that wave towards A.
Yeah, back to basics, and it suits them well. If there's anything else really to develop from this.
Just off to the back of the timeout, maybe considering or expecting that B presence, or maybe just wanted to take that space themselves, but the inability to hold that A site by pipes.
Cool. Gets the tag though, yeah.
Trying to slow any sort of counter peek as well. You can see G2's intentions now. They should be able to respond accordingly. Do see Vong starting to drift towards middle as well. And G2 looking to use the ult to maybe navigate their way through, but it looks like Lewis is trying to get involved in this, and he is. That's going to be the activation he needed.
That's
back
better.
in for seconds. That's what you want to be seeing from Lewis, but Mixwell quick to tame it. His presence will be shown. He needs to get out of danger quick. His focus are on the backside of the site, and it is a 3v4.
And nukkye just posted now, 90 HP after that initial damage done. Hoodie and AvovA have fallen.
30 seconds left.
And actually, Focus leaves 3 posted up here. YUGi finally finds value with this operator in this round. The wall goes up, almost closing out front sight here. iluri, did he spot that? He did actually spot it, yeah. Goes for the re-peek, but no damage exchanged now. 12 seconds left, Lauren.
Yeah, they're running out of time, and YUGi just wants to keep this operator if he could, but he goes for a ad swing. Meddo makes it competitive. Check. Yes, it does.
It does.
Falls away to safety, but it is going to be this A piece regardless. YUGi's still on deck, but it's Mixwell to best him this time as Lewis left to his own devices.
Play.
The ult
Does
comes
that
in as
fragment
well.
get the lockdown? No, it didn't. I
No.
thought there was a lineup there anticipating lockdown, but iluri finds 2. Doesn't actually deal with the lockdown though. Gonna allow that to tick through. nukkye will find Lewis on the back of it.
This is still game on, but keep in mind, Mixwell leaning a little more aggressively this round and could get caught in no man's land. He doesn't, but AvovA does. Vong continues to aggress, and now he's put another on the side, but nukkye just wall bangs him through the box. Now the 2v2, iluri already made this round possible, but can he close it out? Because G2 have their big boys left, Mixwell and nukkye ain't letting this one slip. Gets a second chance at life, and look what he's done with it.
Knows about both of them though, so he might actually get the swing onto Mixwell initially.
I do feel as though nukkye will always be good for the trade. And
Yeah.
there was a chance, but he was there. Absolutely right. And focus straight up middle, up the guts. And there's the delightful wall that hoody has put into place. And look at the chip damage coming out. What on earth has done that?
Is that a snake bite from AvovA maybe?
I don't know, but it's taken him down to absolutely nothing. And focus left in tatters. G2 don't even know the damage they've done. nukkye, he's had enough of this. No more fun allowed. The fun police of nukkye is here. I'm glad you had a nice debut. I'm glad you guys got a couple of rounds against us, but I've had enough.
Very early on in the round, Lauren.
Absolutely right. I want to see if they can do damage on this bonus, though. It's hoody who's going to obviously get our attention here. That rifle in hand. Right place for it, too. 3 players around him, so he's got support. nukkye goes on a little bit of a fact-finding mission. Not going to note JUGi, but they've got a good idea where he is. "57 seconds now. You can see focus starting to build a report towards that site. No one giving them opportunity. G2 is sitting behind this.
And like I said, G2 just want to force out this engagement, right? It relies on something like that happening. With no Sage, they need to create an advantage to get this plant through. hoody noted, actually utility perfectly placed. Look at that, completely zoning off. And the plant will come through.
It allowed them to play a little later in the round. Didn't have to depend on the clock too much. Able to formulate that hit quite nicely, and Vong unleashing towards nukkye, a little bit of revenge from the first round.
And he gets out as well.
He does. Again, this was the bonus for G2, so it's just more the how Focus are approaching this is quite impressive. Patience, certainly. And now the last two of AvovA and hoody. Only those specters to play with. You're not going to get much real playtime. As hoody with that rifle would probably want to keep this one if he can get away with it. Not going to be revealed. And the rest of Focus going to make it out of there. 5 standing. Getting the first gun round on the board. We'll take back the lead.
Danger and all the way back behind yellow.
30 seconds left.
25 seconds. This is so late in the day. What a difference to the first map. And there's the swing. Focus actually completely fold towards G2 and just crumple them under their hand. If AvovA wants to try and deny the plant, he's really get a little bit further ahead, but they've won out the fight in middle. Focus have complete control. That was a 20-second hit, and it looked perfectly choreographed. This guy's aim's just too good sometimes. It's actually upsetting. As now it is the one and only remaining in a 1v4, and well, all odds are off. This one's done. This is cooked, but I mean, this pace change from Focus, it's not what I'm used to seeing here.
And they're looking good doing it as well. Vong going to come through. First time is 5 on a buy round will lean towards A site. No command available. nukkye probably got a boatload of information there, but gets the shock dart off ahead of being suppressed.
Did it find anyone? I don't think it did. Oh. Lewis is just cannon fodder for nukkye right now, who is having a bit of a tear. 1 by 1 they come, and 1 by 1 they're going to fall. But Vong, he's going to leverage a little bit of opportunity here. Iluri, the only one left standing. There's a lot of people doing it. Oh, it's a knife's edge battle between these two, isn't it?
JUGi peeking like it's episode 1 ranked here with the jump peak.
Astralis' finest.
Maybe Optic's finest. What do you mean?
Who's Optic? I've never heard that name. They've got a good Valorant team. I'm not sure about Counter-Strike.
I was going to say, you're really going to try that in Valorant.
10 seconds
I mean,
Palmer got so much damage done with the utility there. Iluri actually gets away from it. I thought he was going to do way more than that, but he's down to 61. Hunter's Fury available. He has to try and get away from sight. The Viper's Pit's going to enable him to do that.
They get to fall back to a little bit more safety and really put the pressure back on G2. Vong, the angle's not good for you there. Meddo's going to have the first shot on you every day of the week. And you can see Lewis trying to catch him in the heels. Good shot, good trade. At least keep pressure towards the middle and keep this on, like, Mixwell's attention turned. Does get noted under the suppression. You can see nukkye trying to maybe readdress this, going to work back through on CT, or simply not. Actually just trying to make it out of there, and Lewis gets the punish. It's not the prettiest round, but it gets the job done. What do you fear? And it's just that AvovA with the frenzy in the Viper's Pit. Great content, though, obviously. 40 seconds now. Obviously, got about 10 more until they look towards the site. Focus. Just testing the patience of G2. And it's split through middle.
30 seconds left.
And Vong's found it. Mixwell now needs to find everyone else, though. Finds two, and that's perfect for him. Turns around, expects maybe a little bit of a push-up coming from the outside. And Meddo, his patience pays off. Waited so patiently for JUGi and Lewis. And there's still a chance in this 14 seconds, but he's got to make a move on this one. Somehow get given all three, and it's not going to happen. You can see that Meddo quickly just comes over. Tries to help him out. Flashed in. JUGi. Jump peek in the corner on it, just try and get ahead of it. Mixwell's having none of what JUGi is trying to sell. Holds his own. And now they're down to 3, and they don't have that step towards the site anymore.
Two-man advantage here. Mixwell 71 HP, but happy to stay behind yellow. Will be noted. Not Focus can actually flush him out of this position. Hoody's ready to hold the cross, though. It's going to be very difficult for Focus to find anything else here.
30 seconds left.
And now they're swing 20 seconds. G2 are not bothered by this. Yeah, there's this effective trade.
There's a gap in that. It's the second cloudburst perfect there.
And they're so prepared for it now. That little mid switch up they've been trying to run, G2 are starting to read it so keenly. Now Lewis has to get to at least split the net a little bit, but they still need that other layer to this. They're only taking down Meddo. We know that there's more on the site. The likes of Hoody, and he's found him too. Maybe there's still life in them yet. AvovA slips through middle, spots out another trying to dip towards the site. And there's Fury going to come down, but it doesn't quite get anyone. A little bit of a tag potentially, but Mixwell's still on the case. Now it's just one remaining, and G2.
A massive adjustment. That's here's the 5-man tube push. Tommy will spot it out. Meddo playing just underneath this here. Hoody going to slow things down with both slow orbs and the wall to go up as well. Is that shock dart going to get sent into the bottom side of the tube? Yeah, actually, if it does any damage on the other side. Again, now a stalemate presents itself, Lauren. What will the Focus do? What's the next step here?
Hit the brakes for 20 seconds? I mean,
the lockdown's going to force them all out.
Yeah. Trying to flush the
Look
rats
at where
out.
AvovA is.
Ooh, nice shot towards nukkye, but yes, AvovA's back in the other spawn, and he's playing aim training. It's clean work from this man. 3 swift kills. Flexing a little, leaving JUGi. Oh. Gonna have to show his presence to remove it. And the big rotation, actually, they've pulled a lot of the players away just off the back of that, so they're going to command the respect of at least a couple of these players to have to fall away from this. Cross in middle, already handled by nukkye. And now just 4 remaining, and their intentions are noted. Iluri, no subtlety anymore. Meddo waiting. He's chomping at the bit to peek that, but he knows better than doing it. And Focus need to find some pressure elsewhere. And it's not happened. AvovA's dealt with JUGi, and none of these fights are going their way.
The response elsewhere actually goes 2 for 2. Meddo, the one to find the final.